I have one thing to say. How about those Yankees? How do you blow a 5-0 lead? I mean, like, seriously, how do you blow a 5-0 lead? Yeah, I might be balding a little bit. I don't give a shit. Because I just came out of the shower. Anyway. But, ladies and gentlemen, I am like, first of all, I'm flabbergasted. Two, I'm not surprised. Because the Yankees have played bad defense, bad fundamentals on the base pass, pretty much all season into the playoffs. You know, it was 5-0. I pretty much turned the game off. I was like, well, I guess we're going to Game 6 in LA. Yankees got the momentum. You got Yamamoto and Walker Buehler coming up this weekend. You know, Judgy Wudgy. You know, he helped the Yankees and he hurt the Yankees. You know, big 2-1 knock early on. So, you know, see, like I mentioned in my my NXT review, when I was kind of watching, I was kind of on and off watching it, and then I saw when he hit the home run, I was like, yep, he adjusted to, you know, taking all those horrible pitches and swinging and missing pretty much the first 2 games. Game 3, he started coming around a little bit. Last night, you know, he hit one. I thought it was out, but staying in the yard. So, but he kept adjusting and adjusting. Got to give him that. You know, and then Jazz Chisholm with a home run. And then they got Stanton. What does Stanton do? Ooh, look! Steroid! Right in the ass. Hits a home run. 7th home run of the World Series. I thought the Yankees were going to win this game. I had a feeling. I knew they were going to win. I was like I said, I thought it was over. I shut the game off. Started watching a little bit more of Dynamite, which was a great show. I'll maybe talk about that a little bit later, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. I have a humongous headache. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now from my headache and my shower, but in any case, I turned it off. I'm watching Dynamite, you know, live tweeting as I always do on my Twitter page. Next thing I know, I'm looking down my feed, and I see the Puerto Rican Princess Issa, who's a big Yankee fan. You know, she put up some on her feed and everything. She put up some stuff. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? And then I see other things, right? I see other people that are Yankee fans. I'm like, can we get out of this inning? I'm like, no, they couldn't have came back. I was thinking maybe they make it like 5-2, 5-3, make it close. Next thing you know, I go on Twitter and I go on the side feed, the trending feed. You click it and it shows you what the score is and everything, the latest tweets about it and everything. Next thing I know, I see on the side 5-5, top of the 5th, 2 out. I'm like, what? What? How the hell did the Dodgers come back from a 5-0 deficit to tie the game? And thankfully, I have DVR, so I went back after Dynamite because it was still 5-5. I looked back. Judgy Wudgy drops an easy fly ball to kind of start the thing, and then it became 5-3. I'm like, uh-oh. And then Garrett Cole, who was pitching a great game, has the biggest brain fart ever. I think it was Mookie Betts hits a little nubber to Rizzo, and Garrett Cole, like I said, brain fart, couldn't even get off the mound in time, and the game was tied right after that. I was like, wow. How the Yankees blew this game. They get they take the lead 6-5 after that. And I was like, okay, it's not over yet. You got Ohtani and Freeman and Betts coming up next inning. What happens? They get first and I think it was first and third. I forget who got the first. No, Ohtani comes up, makes it 6-6. No, I think it was Ohtani made it 6-6, and then Teoscar Hernandez. I think they had a bases loaded for Betts. Betts makes it 7-6. Or 6-6, and then Teoscar Hernandez made it 7-6. I was like, okay, you got 6 more outs to go, and then they had Training in against the big bats. So he got Soto out. That was one dagger down. Judgy Wudgy comes up. He walks Judgy Wudgy. He walks Chisholm back to back. I'm like, oh no. Here we go again with this so-called semi-good Dodgers bullpen and one of the best closers on the Dodgers. And then I think it was 1 out. Stanton pops out. Thankfully popped out to Mookie Betts in short right field. Make it 2 outs, and then Rizzo comes up and strikes out. I was like, yes, I have a feeling the Dodgers are going to pull this off. And then the 9th inning comes. I was hoping they would get an extra run, and, Luke Weaver, who gave up the 2 runs, he's not human. If it was Mariano Rivera, the Yankees would have won this game, but it's another story for another time. Anyway, so 9th inning comes, Dodgers don't score. I was like, oh, great. Volpe, the Yankees had Volpe, Austin Wells, the catcher, and then Verdugo. So you had a chance if you gotta get a guy on. Maybe he's still second, and you get him in with a hit, or you hit a home run to win the game. Volpe, I think he struck out, or he got out, basically. And then Austin Wells gets hit. I'm like, uh-oh. No, I think it was that. I forget. But anyway. No, take that back. Austin Wells, I think he flew out. He flew out. And then it was up to Verdugo. 2 outs. Maybe if he gets on, Gleyber Torres, who's done pretty well in the World Series last game, yesterday, basically. Maybe the Yanks have one last oomph in them. Gleyber Torres comes up. Maybe he hits a bomb to win the game, or at least gets a hit. Maybe make it first and third, possibly second and third for Judgy Wudgy. He could have been a hero of the day. I mean, you have to give it a Walker Buehler coming out of the bullpen in the 9th inning, which I thought was a bad idea at first, but thankfully Dave Roberts said, hey, I'm a genius! Well, so God forbid Walker Buehler would have gave up the game, and then you go to game 7. He pitches on 2 days rest. Pretty much, well, actually 3 days rest, because, tomorrow would have been the travel day, and then game 6 on Saturday, and he pitches pretty much, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days rest. You roll the dice there with possibly Garrett Cole coming back in Game 7 on 3 days rest. Thankfully, Verdugo struck out. Dodgers win the World Series, their eighth title in franchise history, second title in the last 4 years, because they won in 2020, last 5 years, just say, because they won in that, we don't even count 2020 really, but, because they never got a parade because of the pandemic and everything. But congratulations to the Dodgers. I thought they were going to win in 6, but they win in 5. And us Met fans are kind of happy that we pushed the Dodgers to 6 games. could have made it 7 if we would have woke up that game, but that's another story for another time. But the Mets took the Dodgers to 6, and the Yankees can only get 1 win. That was last night. So, anyway, congrats to the Dodgers. The baseball season is now over. Tomorrow, or actually today, it's 1:20 in the morning. But pretty much, tomorrow starts the hot stove. It's gonna get red nuclear hot. Soto's a free agent now. Corbin Burns is a free agent. There's a lot of free agents on the market. Pete Alonso being one of them as well. He rejected 6 years, 156, by the way. Pete, seriously? Or was it? I think it was, no, not 6. 7 years, $156 million. Pete Alonso, if you're watching this, Pete Alonso, I know you want more money, but 7 years are gonna got a lot of money. So I hope Uncle Stevie knocks that up a year and a couple million more. I actually said 8 years, 160. Give him $20 million a year. Does he take it? I don't know. But then again, now what's going to be the first actual offer Uncle Stevie gives to Soto? He's asking for 14 years. Do you really want to give Soto 14 years on the Mets? He's only, I think, 20, almost 30 years old. But I don't know. I really don't think the Mets are going to get him. I don't think so. I think they'll make a couple of great offers. But, I mean, it depends on, Uncle Stevie. Because Soto's going to at least get $700 million plus. Depends on how many years the Mets actually give him. I think if the Mets really want him, Uncle Stevie wants him, I'd give him 10 years, $700 million. Give him $70 million a year. At least. I know you probably will reject that, but that's what I would give him my initial offer. I know he's gonna get offers from the Dodgers. The Yankees might come back into play to get him, and he might want to come back to the Yankees. He's like, I went to the World Series, didn't win, but I like it here in New York. I grew up a Met fan, by the way, but, So Soto might come back to the Yankees. He might go to the Dodgers. He possibly could go to the Mets. I would love that. And get Corbin Burns and maybe Santana from the Orioles as a setup man to Edwin Diaz. Because, the Mets need bullpen help badly. And who knows who's going to come back in their rotation. If Manaea rejected the Mets offer, he's opting out of his contract because he had an option for next year. And he's not coming back. He's testing free agency. I hope the Mets give him an offer. But we'll see what happens with that. Severino, I think Luis Severino is a free agent as well, or he has one more year. I don't know. I would like to have Sevy in. He did some good things with the Mets, especially, a little bit in the playoffs, even though, Game 3 wasn't the greatest. But I'd bring him back for at least one more year. Next year, we'll see what happens if he can strike magic again. Senga's coming back on a full rested year. Hopefully he doesn't, he comes back fully rested and can pitch like he was, not last year, I should say, before he got hurt and everything. Quintana, I doubt he's coming back. He did some good stuff in the wild card round. Even in the NLCS Game 4 was a nightmare for him. I was like, Jekyll and Hyde. Same thing every freaking year with him. But I don't think they're gonna get him back. I would put Peterson in. He did pretty good in the wild card round, and he had a pretty good NLDS as well. But then he comes in, Game 1 of the NLCS and stunk it up. But I don't know if they're going to keep Peterson. As far as Tyler McGill goes, I probably think they're going to get rid of him. Jeff McNichols, Mick Hits, I doubt he's going to bring him back. I think Ronnie Mauricio is going to be the second baseman next year. Or they put Acuna there. Acuna Jr., not the other Acuna from Atlanta. But, so we'll see what happens with that. I think they're going to get rid of Brett Beatty and Jet Williams. By the way, Cyclone, Brooklyn Cyclones star. I think they're gonna trade him and Beatty, possibly Sprout, or Sprout. I guess his name is. Big pitcher down in the minors. They might trade him for a big player. Well, ain't gonna be Soto. Ain't gonna be, maybe a big pitcher. I don't know, but Mets got a lot of things to worry about. They did sign somebody yesterday from Tampa Bay, some reliever. I'm like, why are the Mets getting relievers from Tampa Bay who we don't even know about and don't give a fuck about? I do not understand that at all. But I think the main priorities for the Mets, if they can re-sign Pete Alonso, get him back, give him a lifetime contract, he'll retire as a Met, maybe make a run for Soto. Maybe at first make a run for Soto. Keep trying to get Pete Alonso to re-sign, give him a good offer. I would love if they get Soto and Alonso, and then maybe a starter like Corbin Burns. Or even a lesser guy instead of Corbin Burns, who might stay with Baltimore. Who knows? But, I think the Mets, they had a great run, a magical run this year. Just ended in 6 games in LA. I think if the Mets would have went to the World Series, they would have destroyed the Yankees. I have a good feeling they would have destroyed the Yankees in probably 5, possibly 6 games. But, because they swept them this season 4 games to none. So, I know it's a different season because it's the postseason, and some of the players who weren't in those 4 games against the Mets, who are there now. Jazz Chisholm wasn't around. But, what could have been? We could have had a great World Subway Series. We had a pretty dramatic World Series with the Dodgers and the Yankees. Game 1 was anticlimactic with Freeman hitting a grand slam to win the game. Game 2, Yamamoto just pitched his ass off. Yankees almost came back to actually steal that game, but Dodgers held on. Game 3, pretty much Walker Buehler just annihilated them. The bats didn't show up for the Yankees until the 9th inning when I think it was Verdugo hit that home run. Big fucking whoop that was. And then last night, Game 4, the Yankees bats just woke up because it was a bullpen game, and I already said they were going to win that game. Proved me right. Almost lost it, but because I got a little bit dicey, and then I think it was the 6th, 7th inning, Yankees just went on a spree. Won that game 11-4. And then tonight, basically the Yankees, I hate to say it, but they choked. They choked under the pressure. 5-0 lead. Choked that with bad fundamentals. Judgy Wudgy, he's a great player. Should have caught that ball. The Yankees could have won this game. I don't think the Dodgers get 5 runs in that inning, bat around, and anything. I think the Yankees could have won this game 6-3, 6-4, maybe 6-5. But if Garrett Cole didn't have that brain fart as well, I think the Yankees would have got out of that inning. Maybe would have been, like I said, 5-3 at least. 5-4 maybe. Then they could have won it 6-4. Complexion of the game just changed that inning. Judgy Wudgy drops the ball. And like I said, Garrett Cole, brain fart, not covering first base. And then Luke Weaver, who was like lights out all season for the Yankees. I think he had a couple of hiccups here and there. He comes in the eighth, and it was his third day of pitching. I know Baboon. I know Yankee fans are on a strangle Baboon tonight. Like they wanted to do all the first 3 games of the series. I mean, game 1, Garrett Cole pitches a gem, and Baboon takes him out after 88 pitches. And he pitched like 100 and something, over 100 pitches tonight. But he was cruising until that 5th inning. What are you going to do? Timely hitting from the Dodgers, bad fundamentals by the Yankees. It is what it is. But anyway, I just want to say congratulations to the Dodgers. You guys deserve it. You're going to get your parade probably this weekend in LA, if not Friday. After a whole night of partying tonight. And then you're going to fly back to LA probably tomorrow afternoon. Probably get to LA by, New York time tomorrow night. I think Friday will be the parade or Saturday. But it's going to be, next year is going to be very interesting. You got a powerhouse Dodgers team. If they get Soto, forget it. Forget it. I don't know where we would. Thing is, if you get Soto, then where do you put him? You have to put him in right, even though Mookie Betts is a center fielder. He did play right field this series. Ohtani, who had a dislocated shoulder, in Game 4. I was like, Game 3, I should say. Didn't think he was going to play, Game 2, I should say. I didn't think he was going to play Game 3. But really didn't do much in Game 3. Can't even slide because he got to watch himself. He couldn't even run because he's going like this, because his shoulder's still dislocated. So he's going to come back, fully rested and everything. Shoulder's going to heal up, hopefully. We'll see what happens with that. Can't pitch anymore. So that sucks. But I think he'll be the DH. Freeman can be the DH. If they get Soto, he'll be DH / right field. I think Walker Buehler is a free agent. I'm not sure on that. I would love to get him if I'm the Mets, but we'll see. But all in all, it was a great year for baseball. Lots of good stuff happening. Who knew the Mets were going to be in the NLCS, take the Dodgers to Game 6? The Yankees almost choked it to the Guardians, and they won in 4 games in the ALCS. I thought they had I knew the Dodgers were going to win. I think they were the better team next to the Yankees, but, pitching-wise, I had to give it to the Dodgers. And, offense was kind of tied. But still, it is what it is. But anyway, that's my final video of the baseball season. Now, if there is anything that major that comes up with the Mets in the offseason, I'll do another video about it. But all in all, this is pretty much my final official, well, not official, because like I said, we got the offseason to worry about. But this is my season review for baseball. I already did a Mets thing, kind of. I really didn't do it, but whatever. But congrats to the Dodgers, 2024 World Champions. And Yankee fans, better luck next year. Ha! And that's pretty much it. So, for the final time, thanks for watching, everybody. And yes, I am a baseball fan. I am a sports fan. I love baseball. I love the Mets, of course, but I don't like the Yankees. I don't even care if they're facing the Braves. I don't care if the Yankees would have won a World Series. I really don't care. I know that schmuck JD, is a Braves fan. Every time the Yankees face the Braves, I don't give a shit who wins. Sorry, But when the Yankees play the Red Sox, I root for the Red Sox, because like I said, I hate the Yankees, I hate their franchise, I hate their fucking fans. I don't know why baseball gave those 2 fans that almost almost injured Mookie Betts last night. They brought him back to say, oh, you can come for Game 5. Why? Why? I would have banned him from baseball. That was just stupid. I mean, God forbid something happen again. Thankfully not. But, I mean, they refunded the two idiots from last night's game. They made them come back. They gave the tickets basically to a cancer patient's family. I thought that was a nice gesture. But these two idiots come back for Game 5? I don't even know if they sat in the same seats. That is just disrespectful of Rob fraud and Major League Baseball. And if I'm the players' union, I would really consider banning those guys or doing something. Because if this happened again in spring training, I doubt spring training, but during the season, especially in the playoffs, ban them for life. Ban them for life, like the guy from the Cubs. He's banned for life. Can't even see a Cubs game except at home. But that pissed me off when I heard that these two idiots were in attendance for Game 5. I hated it. But just shows you how classless the Yankees and their fucking fans are. Doing something stupid like that. Lucky Mookie Betts didn't get seriously hurt. Because he could have popped his shoulder, could have hyperextended it. It would have been really bad. Then you got a lawsuit on your hands. Those guys could have been arrested and put in jail, which they should have been last night. That's pretty much assault. Keith Hernandez called them idiots and basically said that they should have been banned and put in jail. I agree with Keith Hernandez. I agree with anybody else that said that these two idiots should have been banned from baseball, banned from Yankee Stadium and all Major League Baseball parks, including Puerto Rico, where the Tampa Bay the Tampa Bay Rays will be playing next season. Because Tropicana Field ain't going to be fixed until 2026, most likely. And they're supposed to have a new stadium by then. So, I would pretty much just implode Tropicana Field. And then, pretty much starting in January 1st, 2025, I would start building the new stadium so it'd be ready for the 2026 season. That's what I would do. But I'm not the people in Tampa. But it is what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here for good. For this particular video, I might be back in a little bit to do my AEW review and then go to bed because I got, got other things to do like work tomorrow. But it is what it is. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your coot. And to the New York Yankees and their fans, I have one thing to say. Toodles!